Over the last 5 years, I have worked with students from across Nebraska and Iowa through Earth Angels with the goal of inspiring them to care for our Mother Earth and pursue STEM education as a method to protect our environment. Simultaneously, over the last 2 years, I have been learning more and more about tiger conservation, both through my degree program and my role as a World Wildlife Fund Panda Ambassador. With 3 of 9 breeds already extinct and the remaining 6 all endangered, I wanted to create new educational material for my mentees that focus not only on how close we are to permanently losing one of the planet's most majestic species, but also highlight the unique support for their survival happening right here in Nebraska. Ranging from habitat loss to overhunting to disease, the variety of factors involved in tigers' decline has meant that they have gone from being one of the most widespread predators on the Asian continent to occupying areas that are mere slivers of their former hunting grounds. Only 4,500 tigers remain in the wild according to the World Wildlife Fund. Bali, Javan, and Caspian tigers were all completely extinct before the 1980s. In just a matter of 40 years, the Malayan tiger looks on track to join them, and some have predicted that without the conservation measures happening both in the wild and from ex situ conservation sites, all tiger breeds could be extinct within the next decade. In order to get more insight into tigers' ex situ conservation, I worked with Omaha's Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium and spoke with their expert, Dr. Jason Herrick, who is responsible for a lot of the research happening at the zoo. He explained to me Omaha's Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium's role in the Association of Zoos and Aquariums Tiger Species Survival Plan, and specifically their Department of Reproductive Sciences. These programs are highly specialized fields of study that focus on solving issues prevalent in regular breeding programs, such as low genetic diversity and mate incompatibility. The research done by Omaha's Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium in collaborating with the National Zoological Park led to the first tiger born via artificial insemination and first IVF-born tiger cub, both to be born in Omaha, Nebraska. It's important to know that these methods have large margins for failure, with only 5 to 10% of these procedures succeeding. Conservation science can only develop as quickly as they can test new ideas, and with so few tigers left, the most critically endangered species, the Malayan tiger, only having around 100 individuals remaining, new advancements come extremely slowly. This fact highlights Dr. Herrick's perspective that long-term management for endangered species needs to begin at the lowest levels of endangerment, rather than when we already are at the last few remaining individuals. After collecting this information about tiger endangerment, conservation, and the zoo's role in the latter, I worked with the zoo's Andrea Henning to create a trifold to complement the points I wanted to speak on with students. She helped me get images from inside the research facility and of the zoo's tigers, but also helped in developing an education material that was accurate and matched with the zoo's messaging about tigers, their most important conservation project. Finally, over the course of November, when I went to speak to students about tiger conservation, I was able to pass out these trifolds and explain to them all of the incredible work Omaha's Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium does to aid in their conservation, and how they can support the zoo's efforts through visiting and making direct conservation donations. But I also got to encourage them to look into different roles at work within a research facility like Dr. Herrick's, including veterinarians, animal keepers, and undergraduate researchers that have degrees in subjects ranging from biology to animal sciences. Ultimately, the students got to walk away with the tools to help make a difference here at home, which will impact the survival of tigers around the world.